Is it this one that's called JB question mark? With a guy called, yeah, it is. It's you. Oh, we've even got a plugin here for Manscaped. I love it. Okay, so this is Dub, TheWillRobins in chat. Dub1manscaped.com. That's what you like to see. Oh, sorry. Let me just read this question or comment in chat real quick because I did ask for this. Dom RM, thanks for the kind words, man. I really appreciate it. What boost and power slide am I using? I play keyboard, so I just left click and shift. T-Jill, sorry, when I said that you were next, I meant that you're next in line after this stream. My mistake. After this stream. So like I'm doing Dub, and I just did Stewie today. That's the two replays I'm gonna do today. Yours is next. Right, ICSF said I can dribble at speed on my car and can do stuff like ceiling shots and air dribbles, but prefer to just get hard clear. Okay, well, first of all, when you're in Champ 1 and you want to rank up, being able to do ceiling shots and air dribbles doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter at all, actually, whether or not you can do those. You can rank up without them. It's usually safer to rank up without them because you're not relying on your teammates to play well around you as a solo player who's also taking himself out of the game while making plays. Yeah, hard clearing is definitely a good idea. I mean, if you can hard clear and you can do some speed dribbles already, that's enough of an offense already. As long as you also know how to shoot, but I imagine that you know how to shoot if you can hard clear. But yeah, focusing on ground shots in offense, low aerial finishes, that should probably be your main way to finish goals and shoot in Champ 1. Just very low aerials in offense and ground shots from distance or from close range. Then mainly, apart from that, the two rules you'll want to go by if you want to rank up is, number one, never take yourself out of the game for any reason unless you can get back as quickly as humanly possible. So that means no, don't go for ceiling shots, don't go for air dribbles, because those are usually moves that use a ton of boost and leave you out of position with not much boost to recover with. So I wouldn't recommend that kind of thing. You want to like play more conservatively with your boost and your position and your car. And then yeah, defensively, just make sure that you're using the inside of the goal position properly. Don't be off the goal line like a muppet all the time. Make sure to always fake challenges if you don't have backup. Fake challenges, if you do have backup. And actually challenge if you don't sometimes. It's hard to like give, good accurate advice when I can't see you play, but in general, just don't take yourself out of the game and try to let your teammates make plays. Don't cut in front of them. Don't drive in the same places as them. Try and like play around them, That would be my best vague advice. Okay, what have we got here? We are in a team against, we're randoms against a team, and we can see that they are sending somebody to the back corner boost. So whenever that happens, we obviously want to keep the ball away from that guy. So here we'd be just trying to push the ball to the left in some way. Our approach didn't really give us much of a chance to do that because we were quite behind the ball. Okay, we've definitely arrived in the box far too early here. I actually would have loved to see you follow or approach this play from a position more like this. The advantage that, coming in from the back post like this, or there's lots of advantages to coming in from the back post in this kind of angle. Number one, if the ball fires across quickly, you have longer, the ball will travel farther before you have to put it in. See, we're going to be reaching a back post shot much faster if we come in from this angle than someone who comes in from here. They've got farther to go to catch up to that ball, whereas we're already at the back post. We just drive up to it and bam, easy goal. We've also got more of an angle to shoot it. We can actually score it when it's slightly past the goal, we can send it back in. So we score more goals from here, more angles. What do you call it? Harder for the other team to see where we're coming from. And it's also easier for our teammate to pass to us. I think we don't often realize when we're the supporting player like Dub is in this play. But when you're over at the back post, it's much easier for your teammate, this guy, to hit a pass to you. Because he'll see you at the back post and think, oh cool, if I just pop the ball anywhere in the middle of the box, that's a goal. Whereas if you're near post like here, he's thinking, okay, I need to hit the ball exactly on top of that guy's car or else he's missing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why the back post is really a good idea. Here it is going to work because our teammate does hit the pass exactly onto our car. But even then, we've arrived pretty early and we have to hit the brakes to just get this shot off. So we're quite fortunate that it worked out. What's the rank? I don't think that TheWillRobins in chat revealed the rank. So yeah, if he hasn't revealed it, we can all guess at the end. I don't know what the rank is here. I didn't read the Discord DM that attached to this, just for that reason. Okay, well, wouldn't agree on this play. This looks like at best a 50-50 with the opposition's front man, and we are essentially our team's last line of defense. That's a bad trade. If you are the last line of defense for your team and you're taking a 50-50 with the first man from their team, because they're going to have a guy rotating back post right now. He can defend. Yeah, that's a bad trade. It's a good trade to take a 50-50 as the front man against the other team's back man. Yeah, way too risky. On top of that, we also put ourselves in the exact same location on the field that our teammate was in. So yeah, this is actually quite good. I like this from you. I don't like what your teammate did here, but I like that you're pressuring the ball on this play. This is really smart. I also like that you're looking for a bump on this guy off the wall. That prevents him from slow playing, going for a dribble off this, maybe making a ceiling play. Meanwhile, I have no idea what anyone else in the lobby is doing. What is going on here? So, what is happening over here? Why is he stealing a boost right now? What? What is this boost sound? What am I... What? Why does nothing make sense in ranked? I look at the decisions that some players make. Like, where is he going right now? Mate. I'm just double checking. Okay, Issa Pinecone is in fact playing for the orange team here. And he decides to make a forward run to take mid boost. Either left it or it wasn't there. And then steals the back corner boost while his teammate is about to be taking a 50-50 against two people. What? How on earth can you be this irrelevant in the play? This is the least relevant orange team player I've ever seen. No one has made themselves this useless before while their team is defending 2v2. This is probably the most useless position I've ever seen. Anyway, let's just rewind a bit and see what Sloth was doing. Sloth somehow are my spirit animal. Yes, there is approximately negative 5% chance. Or negative 5% reason to be going for this ball in this position. This is... He jumps off the wall as well. This is just so stupid. Why? Why, man? Why would you do this? He can see that his teammate has pressure on the ball. He knows that this guy is not going to be getting to dribble anytime soon because his teammate literally is driving up behind him and is going to either bump him, demo him, or force him to jump off the wall and do something pointless. And that is ideal. Just stay back and wait for that to happen. You don't need to drive in and be a hero. Like right here, just turning around and doing nothing would have been better than doing this. Driving around and doing nothing would have given us a chance to collect the ball for free and score into this open net. Instead, we've missed it, and now the ball's clearing itself. And Issa Pinecone is back from his journey to Mecca. He's just been on the pilgrimage. He's got back in time to save this shot. What is going on in this game? Why does nothing make sense? Honestly, every time the new information enters the screen, I'm thinking to myself, well, how is this guy here now? What is going on? I think he tried to jump off the wall and wave dash, failed it. Got bumped. Cracking bump. Is he also going to bump us a pine cone? He is. Okay, did Dub have to go for this? That is the only question. Oh wow, yeah, we just turned around in the worst way possible. Probably don't want to drive off into the corner here, because we are not making many saves from that position. Like, we should right now be turning hard right to get into a decent position instead of turning left. Being in a really, really pointless position. No, it's totally out of the game. And yeah, we've conceded because we just drove. We just drove away from the. We just turned the wrong way essentially. Okay, this game is absolutely atrocious so far. Probably Grand Champ. Nice bump though. Somehow Sloth has missed the ball. Of course he has. Of course he's trying to read this for absolutely no reason. There's nobody going up for the ball, man. Nobody. Literally nobody challenging for this aerial. You have all the time in the world. All the time in the world. And you're trying to read the bounce. Who do you think you are? This is the least Sloth-like play I've ever seen. Sloths are pretty chill. This is like an annoying little dog. Okay. 50-50 time. Nice. Could have been more fortunate. But I like the 50-50. It's definitely a good idea. Was Sloth paying attention? Kind of. Now he drove into no man's land and he's going to turn around and concede. Never mind. That guy is the worst shot I've ever seen in my life. What is happening? I have to see all these perspectives just to understand what is going on in this game. Holy cow. Caster shot alert. This guy must cast Rocket League with shooting accuracy like this. Holy cow. Okay. Calm. Okay. This was definitely one of our less calm moments when we jumped up for this ball. Total giveaway of a free possession. Of course he's going to jump off the wall. Both of them are. Alright. That's actually a sick first touch. Not bad. Love that first touch. This is nice because it bounces the ball slightly off target, which is good. Forward, that's speed, which is good. But also keeping it nicely under control. Perfect. It would have been, I think, even better than what we did here. Like the air dribble, like I was referring to earlier before this replay started. It's an extremely all-in move. If it doesn't work, we're totally out of the game for a million years. Would have been perfect. We were in the perfect position to just pop the ball and then side flip to shoot it, and it would have been a really tough shot to save. Like right here, if we just side flip to the right, the ball's probably flying top right corner, and we can steal the boost to the far side, even if we miss, and collect the ball. So yeah, I would definitely recommend just shooting there instead of air dribbling. Because we would, at best, we would be able to pick up the ball at the other side and continue attacking. At worst, we would be demoing that guy who's currently dribbling. Which, both of those situations are significantly better than what we did end up doing. That's a nice little waste of boost there. Like, I think I have way too much boost. Let me just get rid of some of that. Yeah, that's much better. Didn't want to have 70 boost. I much prefer 46. Air dribble is montage worth. Well, like I always say, if you want to learn how to air dribble, then by all means. But if you want to win games, then don't air dribble. Yeah, this play was definitely rushed. There's been quite a lot of aerial plays in this game that were completely pointless. Like there was nobody challenging the ball, but people are rushing the aerial anyway. This is definitely just an inherently risky play, just like earlier in the game where we were trying to drive too close to our teammate, or not trying to, but we ended up driving too close to our teammate. We've done the same thing here. We're just a bit too close. One touch can definitely take us both out of the game here. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this challenge. Had very little upside, and yeah, our teammate's not ready to follow up if we miss, Here, a much better play would just be to go back to goal because your teammate does have ball pressure. This guy here, this guy with, what's his name? Swerve TSR. He's not scoring from here unless he dribbles off the wall, like with an air dribble or something, which is not going to be too hard to save most of the time. The only way that they score is if you take yourself out of the game and then he manages to hit the ball into a place that your teammate can't reach. Like the better play would be just go to goal, because then we would be able to save this. We have a much more intuitive angle. Okay, he went to the left to get a boost, so we should hit this ball to the right. Kind of did. But yeah, in twos, just don't think so much about winning the kickoff, usually, territorially. Just do a pretty neutral flip straight down the middle so you can adjust to what you see in front of you. Here we're quite committed to the right of the ball. It's hard to land to the left of it and push the ball right. If you're wondering why we lost this one, we were too low. Show you after? Yeah, I can show you. I mean, kickoff wise, it's a great challenge actually by your teammate. What on earth are we doing? Okay. Oh my goodness. Why? Well, this is definitely not French players. People wonder why are the French Rocket League players so good at 2v2. I'll tell you why. Because if you're French and you see this ball, you're actually so excited with the prospect of scoring an open net that you don't think of anything except getting to the ball as fast as possible. Whereas if you're North American, the thought of having to drive all the way to the ball with nobody to style on while you go there, it bores people to death. So they have to do something on the way to the ball. I don't know what it is with you North American players. The US East server is just rampant with plays exactly like this. Apparently driving to the ball to score an open net is too boring. Players need to do some kind of wave dash or, flip in a weird way on the route to the ball just to keep themselves awake, because there's this kind of problem going around where if they don't do that, like without these wave dashes, there's a real danger that Dub here would have fallen asleep out of pure boredom from having to drive in a straight line uncontested to a potentially open net rebound. Like that's why French players are the best at Rocket League. Like they're just that excited about open nets. The potential of this ball bouncing back into a position that you could score straight in with an angle shot. But yeah, instead we've just done some silly little flip thing, and then we've landed in a weird position, and we've done that. And our teammate is also apparently jumping for this. If it wasn't already apparent that we're in the US East server, this is also happening at the same time. Okay, nice little touch in the recovery. Thankfully we did something good in this play. This is why the wave dash kickoff exists. It's because people are so bored of flipping in a straight line at the ball on kickoff that they have to think, what can I do in this situation that would be more interesting and help me stay awake for longer so I can grind more ranked, because doing just normal front flip kickoffs is putting me to sleep. Oh, I know, I'm going to wave dash on the way to the ball for absolutely no reason, because I saw some pro player do it on their stream one time and it looked kind of cool. And I want to look cool as well. What do people really want? They want to? I guess more people want to look cool in Rocket League than want to get good at Rocket League, so fair enough. They are getting what they want. Nice. Very good demo. Good pressure here as well. And we even faked a challenge. What? Why do we have to go and make it so wrong when jumping off the wall here, though? Everything was going so well. We've got a nice demo. Good ball pressure. Then we fake a challenge, so we're relevant in the game. And then you have to go turn off ball cam and jump off the wall on purpose. What is this? What on earth are we doing? It's like making correct decisions builds up a pressure, builds up this sort of thing within us that forces us to do something stupid. What? Oh no. Any suggestions how to get out of Champ 2? Well, if you just forfeit about 10 games in a row, that should do the trick. You can't land the flip kickoff. Should you just drive straight at it? How can you not land the flip kickoff? That doesn't make any sense. It's just front flipping, or any flip for that matter. I refuse to believe that you can't land the flip kickoff. It's the fast kickoff. Oh, you don't need to do the fast kickoff though. What? You just need to do any flip at the ball and then flip again when you get there. Again, with any flip. As long as you hit the ball in the middle, you can front flip. Okay. Yeah, just front flip. That's fine. Okay, I like this. Very nice little drive-by. Okay, don't do this. We've got one boost. Don't commit. We've committed. Why would we commit here? This makes no sense. Before it was fine, but then it became less fine when we missed every boost pad on the planet. Like, right now, we've done our little drive-by. We didn't get the goalie. It's failed. So we should be in, like, autopilot boost pickup mode. There's a boost. Okay, well, that one got taken, to be fair. But we missed that one to our left. We're missing that one to our right. And now we're also missing that one to our right as we come into the ball. That's at least 3 boosts that we could have probably had. And then, you know, with literally no boost in our back pocket, with our teammate out the game as well, there is no reason to challenge here. We're only 1 goal down. We're going to get a better chance in 2.5 minutes than that. Okay, this was a better position to be taking a 50-50, but it's still not a good idea. The reason I say it's a better position to be taking one is because the back corner is much safer to take a 50-50 than the enemy corner. But in order to reach this 50-50, we've compromised your teammate. See, he's just half flipped into the corner because he thinks he's the one who's supposed to be pressuring this ball. We overtake him, and now he's out of position for the next play because he just half flipped into the corner, so there's no way he can attack this ball as quickly as you'd like him to. But yeah, we've done this, like, I'd say at least 3 times this game, where we just drive straight past our teammate or jump over his head to go for a ball, and in the process we make him really confused, and I don't think we really get much out of these overtaking maneuvers. I'm not saying that it's never right to overtake your teammate and go for a ball. Sometimes it is, but the positions we've done it, there's been very little upside. Like, we're overtaking our teammate to take a 50-50. Like, what's the point in that? If we're overtaking our teammate to take a shot or to collect a ball that we can dribble or to, you know, smash a hard clear, that would be one thing. But overtaking your teammate for a 50-50, not recommended. Yeah, we're losing all these kickoffs because we're going under the ball. The reason we're losing every single one of them. We're not jumping up and hitting the middle of the ball. We're just jumping straight into the bottom of the ball, and it's going over our heads. That's why all the kickoffs are going back towards our half. Okay, this is one of those aerials where actually taking off early was a good idea. So this was smart. Because there's a high chance that the backman for the other team is going to go for this. Now remember, if he does go for this, that is going to leave their net wide open. So actually, we don't need to shoot the first touch on target. All we need to do is get the ball past him. So the smart play here would be to actually just hit the ball straight into the sidewall near the halfway line. Because that way it will bounce into the midfield and we can follow up with a shot on target afterwards. But you're trying to go all the way around to the back side of the ball and shoot with this touch, which is going to give you a later contact on the ball, and it's also a bit harder to do. So it wasn't necessary in this position. It is a good thing to be able to do, and it's a good thing to practice, you know, to be able to hit a touch exactly like this where you're flying, you know, to the back of the ball and popping it. Very valuable skill. But here, look how out of position both the opponents were. We didn't need to do that. We could have just hit it straight into the sidewall. And it would have bounced around about here where our card is. We would have also landed around about here, and then we'd have an open net from this position. Some decent defending by our teammate. Let's just... Okay, well, I was going to say let's just chill, see what happens, but now we can definitely pressure this ball. Okay. The main issue with this play is that we're, you know, playing the ball to the back post, so if we miss, it's naturally going to clear itself. Keeping this around the near post area would have probably been harder for this guy to challenge. Not an easy position for us to utilize, so you're under pressure here. We're kind of forced into a play, so that was definitely a more difficult one to execute. How did our teammate end up going for this? What? You're joking, right? Like, do people really think that they're scoring? off things like this. I don't ever imagine myself being in these positions and thinking, oh yeah, I think this is going to be a goal. Oh yeah, let me get a piece of that. Oh yeah, totally uncontested ball. Yeah, let me just go nab that open net shot. Beautiful. Ideal. This center ball couldn't have gone any better. In fact, I'm going to jump from 5 car lengths away. It's crazy. Like, I'm just thinking when we turn around, why is our teammate also in the corner? What is he doing here? Why is he there? He shouldn't be there. He should just be chilling at the halfway line. Not every center ball is going to work out. Just wait. But yeah, to speak to what I was saying earlier, when he's following up on the initial play, it would have been smart to switch sides. Like, just get over to the right-hand side of the field. Instead of following down the left, he should just go all the way over. Instead of hanging about in this position, why doesn't he go over here? You saw that there was actually an opportunity for him to do it. Here, when the ball is quite clearly going into the corner. He even drove away into the middle briefly, and I'm thinking, okay, that's good. Because there's loads of space over in that side of the field. He can actually use that. If he just, keeps on going, he can be here somewhere. This is a pretty safe position. Because if this guy does end up hard clearing the ball, we can quickly turn around and save that, no problem. But then Dub is going to have a much more clear vision of where we are. We'd be just on the right-hand side of the screen here. See, that's the center circle on the right-hand side of our screen. As we try and center. Well, it would have been quite easy for this guy to be right there, center circle area, right here. Oh, yep, we'd be in good vision. Much easier to pass to if you're here than if you're here. Because as you can see, at no point during this play did Dub actually see his teammate. Except now, he saw him drive away into the middle. Now you can't see him at all. If you're on the far side, Dub would have been able to see him here and maybe pick out a pass. Yeah, it's worth taking note of. Like, that far post position, very, very useful for following up attacks. Just don't get too far forward, because then you might not be able to catch up on a hard clear. Okay, this is interesting. So we have a couple of options here. One of them is to, scoot the ball into the middle and then try and demo the goalie. The other is to just pop the ball up the wall, because that's a more difficult read for the defense. But yeah, hitting the ball this hard kind of removes the first option there, because the ball's reached him before we do. The key to the demo play, if that's what we're going to go for, is not to hit the ball too hard. Just tap the ball and then demo the guy. We just give this ball a little tap into the middle, demo the guy as he tries to get underneath it on the back wall, and that way our teammate can come in for an easy goal. Okay. Extravagant. Elaborate. But after all is said and done, we've put 0 shots on target, so I would call that a failed attack. Not so big, Mike. Welcome to the stream, man. Steam site for beans. I've signed people when they just link it in like a resub or whatever, but I don't usually, because it's just too much work for too little. Steam signs, I think they're kind of silly. Why do people want Steam signs? It doesn't do anything. Rank am I? There's my current ranks. I don't know what ranks they are in game, but that's what the numbers are. Hidden MMR. I think I'm just champ 3. I just placed in champ 3 and I stayed there. No, I placed in champ 2 and 2v2, then I ranked up to champ 3, I think. Razorclad, thanks for the prime sub, by the way. Also, Blank Outcast, thanks for the prime sub. And Trex Gaming 008. To the prime as well. I appreciate you guys. And we're getting so many aerial plays here, not one shot on target in this entire segment. We need shots on target. We need to actually, get the ball traveling towards the other team's goal. Oh no, where are we going here? Okay, I thought we were just destined for failure when we drove up on the wall here. I was like, uh-oh, this can go wrong in a whole lot of ways, but we didn't panic, so that's good. Okay, we baited him into the corner. Nice fast dribble, I like it. Nice side flip. Oh, we just got away from the ball a little bit. This was pretty good try though. Pretty good try. Not sure if you could have caught up with that ball. Looks like the last touch might have just been a tiny bit too heavy, but good idea. Alright, nice. Like the demo. This is also fine. There's, you know, a decent idea there, dribbling the ball clear. We did get in a bit of trouble when we mishit it, but the idea wasn't awful. Oh, okay. Trying to half flip recovery in the wall. I don't hate the infield pass here. But we could have also just taken a shot. I mean, it is wide open. I don't know, was this an attempted shot or was it an infield pass? Because I think the shot in this position caught by surprise with the bounce up. Infield. Yeah, I would obviously recommend the shot there because that net is wide open. But the infield pass is not a terrible idea. It's just a bad infield pass, okay. Yeah, I think the infield pass there is unnecessarily risky. And it doesn't... I don't think the infield pass was that much easier to hit than the shot. I think in that position you might as well shoot because if you miss to the right, it's still an infield pass. If you miss to the left, it's still an infield pass, and if you hit the shot, then well, there you go. You've scored. You know, like all missed shots would have been good passes in that position. Not all, but a lot of missed shots would have been good passes in this position. Now we got a little bit out of position here, so I've seen you do this a couple of times where we're kind of like turning away from the play and like leaving our net super undefended. Like look where we are compared to where we should be. We should be like somewhere between the ball and our net here. Just because we turned the wrong direction. Like we turned to the left instead of the right. Like here, when we realize that he's going for this, we should just, you know, not turn. Do you know what I mean? Like we're trying to make a play on this ball, we're thinking about turning, but he's actually just facing the ball already. So instead of like turning all this way and then turning all this way, we should just have gone straight back in the first place. And yeah, we're not defending our goal here either. I mean, we'll probably see quite clearly from the other guy's POV what we did wrong here. Like, look where we are, and look where our goal is. The problem with wall setups for defense on these positions is you need to be moving to actually hold position on the wall. If not, your car is just going to slide down. And for that reason, you have to time your arrival perfectly. So it's much easier to just stay on the ground at the near post than it is to go on the wall. Like going on the wall here was really like pointless. It didn't give us any advantage that we couldn't have had by going on the ground. Also flipping away from the play was not the best idea. Like our teammate leaves the ball, and we've decided that we're not going to challenge this. That's fine. You know, you don't always want to rush this challenge. With 23 seconds left, I think a rush challenge would have also made perfect sense. But it's not it's not a terrible idea to turn away and shadow. Flipping away made no sense at all because we didn't need to like vacate this space. It's not like we needed a burst of speed in this position, and certainly not a flip into the corner. And then going on the wall makes no sense whatsoever because now we have to time our arrival perfectly. Yeah, all in all, like if we want to look at overarching like problems with how we've defended this game, it would fall into two main categories for me. One of them is that we're aerialing way too much for no reason. You thought he was going to bang.
Stole my girlfriend's Twitch Prime with her permission and finally giving back for all the great videos. You have made many lunch breaks very enjoyable. Obligatory spam. www.doodoo.
Thank you for the www.doodoo and the £8 £1 donation. I appreciate that, Razorclad. Thanks for stealing your girlfriend's Twitch Prime with her permission. I love that. That's something that a lot of people could do if you want to support your favorite Twitch streamers or your favorite actually no, it's only Twitch streamers, isn't it? For some reason I almost said YouTubers there, but that's got nothing to do with Amazon. Yeah, just go and ask your family how many of them have an Amazon Prime account just sitting around doing nothing, because you can connect it to any Twitch account and then just sub with Twitch Prime for free. Totally free. Yeah, this is definitely a good idea. WillRobins to send a bad replay. 100% agree with you there. Yeah, if like usually a flip would be happening if I'm gonna guess your rank, Will Robbins. I'll guess your rank. I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident. I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. But what I was gonna say here is, yeah, flipping, you're probably doing that when you see a shot about to come in, but the other guy's driving away from the ball still, so there's no imminent shot, so we didn't need to flip away yet. We didn't need to flip away at all. We would have made it back into position to save this shot here just by driving. But when you say you thought he was going to bang a shot, did you mean that's why you got on the wall? Or the first touch? Oh, you thought this was going to be a shot? It's a bit of a delayed reaction. Orange first touch happened. That
Hi,
one.
Johnny.
No, but why? I mean, like, going on the wall here, is that a conscious decision? Did you think to yourself, yeah, okay. Did you think that, okay, I better get up on the wall here because he's about to shoot it? Because I want to just make it clear for everybody watching that this is not a good idea. Like, defending on the wall here, not necessary. There are some situations where using the wall for defense can be really, really useful. Like if you think they're going to go for a double touch, then obviously the wall is super good because you can just drive up there and intercept it. But yeah, if you're down here on the ground, it's much easier to make saves than if you're up on the wall. Much easier. Because when you're on the ground, you can use your jump to gain height, and you can use your boost to go forward. And those are the only two things you need to do to cover the goal. Forward and up. Very simple, right? Now, if you're on the wall, we can no longer use our jump to change our height of our car, where we are. We can only steer to change the height of our car. And that is much slower. Like steering, when you're on the wall, turning left and right to change your height is definitely a slower thing than jumping. Jumping is like instant. You're straight away, like just a little double jump and you lean back, you're at the bar. Whereas if you're on the wall, you have to steer sharply and then drive forward. Whereas you're up here, we'd have to go, okay, we want to go bottom. You know, it's much slower. So like that, one of the reasons why wall defending in like goalkeeping terms is not always a good idea is because of that. One kind of exception to that rule is if you're a really high level 1v1 and you're reading the opponent's flick, then sometimes getting up on the wall is really good because you can just counter attack off their flick. But that's a different ball game, you know, when we're talking about super high level ones and it's about like reading exactly what the other player is going to do and exactly where he's going to shoot the ball. In general, it's just better to try and get good at defending the goal from this position where you're just sitting on the near post. Or inside the near post if somebody's shooting from the corner. If somebody's just shooting from in front of the goal, just being beside the near post is the best place to be. Look at that default goal explosion. But yeah, so guys, guess the rank in chat. What rank do you think dub1manscaped.com and the rest of this lobby is? Let's see it. KnitRL, thanks to the 21-month prime. I really appreciate it. C1, D3, D1, C1, D2, D2, C1, D3, C2, D1, C3, P1, D3, P3. So it looks like the average chat ranks are probably saying Diamond 3 average, I would say. We have one person voting GC, I think one person voting C3. I would say, based on what I saw in this lobby, that we are looking at Champ 3. Because this is exactly like every time I play on the North American server in 2v2. Word Up called it. Well, doesn't mean I'm not going to say it. No way it's Champ 3? Okay. I'm ready. TheWillRobins. My second guess, by the way, was going to be Grand Champ. Diamond 3, says T-Jill. My second guess was going to be Grand Champ. GC, it is GC. I should have gone for GC. No. The reason I said C3 is because I was thinking, I think this is borderline GC, but not quite there. I should have gone for it. I should have just bit the bullet. I was 50-50 between Champ 3 and Grand Champ on this one. 50-50. High C3, low GC constantly. Well, I was pretty bang on actually, because that's exactly what I was thinking, like just borderline. But I went for the C3. I just leaned a bit more to that direction because, yeah, as a whole, this lobby definitely looked like C3 to me. No way GC so dead. It's so funny, like, okay guys, press 1 in chat if you do not believe that this is Grand Champ 2v2. GC and 3s and 2s. Watching this is so bad. So press 1 in chat if you do not believe that this is what Grand Champ 2v2 looks like. Because I can tell you, as somebody who's been Grand Champ several times in several seasons, that this is exactly what GC 2v2 looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. There's people flopping around, doing absolutely nothing and making terrible decisions and making terrible touches on the ball constantly. Constantly. You can pause the game every 5 seconds and look at somebody doing something really, really dumb. Or misplaying in some way. But yeah. People have this idea that GC is this crazy place, so when you go there, everybody's going to be insane. Yeah, and it's US East. Oh my goodness, it's insane. US East is so silly in 2v2. It actually is a joke. It's such a joke how silly 2v2 US East is. Everybody's up in the air for everything. It's mental. I have ranked up to GC while playing on US East server from Europe before. This is something I've done. So I know exactly what to expect. But every time I play 2v2 on US East, this is exactly what it looks like. These are my 2v2 US East games. These are them. I'm looking at this game, I'm like, yep. That's what I expect. No need to flex. Just wanted to show people that I'm like qualified to make this guess. But yeah, this is exactly what I see. Just people flopping around the entire game. I'm like, what is he doing? Why would you do that? Constantly like complaining about why my teammate would do what he's doing and also why the opponents would do what they're doing. Hey, I'm just saying, I think there was only one person in the chat who guessed Grand Champ and only one person in the chat, another person guessed Champ 3. I was borderline between those two. There was at least 50 plus guesses for ranks C2 and below. Most of the guesses were Diamond 3 if I was to look, like, just take a look at chat and base it off that. It's carry to win. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. But yeah, thanks to Dubba, aka TheWillRobins in chat, for sending us that one. Proving everybody how easy it is to get Grand Champ, right? No, it's not easy. It's quite an elite. Grand Champ is quite an elite group of players. An extremely elite group of players, actually. Very low percentage of Rocket League players will ever get Grand Champ and will ever currently be Grand Champ at any given time. So Grand Champs should feel very accomplished about what they've achieved. However, I do very much think that there should be a more exclusive rank above Grand Champ for the elite of the elite. You reviewed that one to Freak Everyone Out? Yeah. Oh, mate, I mean, I uploaded a game to YouTube. I think it was a season 8 or 10 or something. I don't really remember. This is how badly you can play and still get GC, JohnnyBoi. If I search that on YouTube, yeah. I have a video called This is how badly you can play and still get Grand Champ. If you want to see a super bad rank up game, and also my nose is in it, then click on that YouTube link. What season was that? April 25th, 2019. Wow, this is almost a year ago. Holy cow. But yeah, oh baby, were the games bad that night. This was my rank up to Grand Champ session last year, and the games were shocking, absolutely shocking. Yeah, if you think that this game here was not Grand Champ, just wait until you see the games. Oh wow, wait till you see the games that got me Grand Champ a year ago. They were so bad. You've watched it? Yeah, Dom, it's insane, right? Yeah, people need to lose this idea that Grand Champ is only pros. It's not. Like, there's a huge difference between borderline GC Champ 3 players and pro play. Massive. Absolutely massive. Can I do another replay review of myself? If I get good games that I want to review, yeah. If I get really funny games, maybe I'll do that. Triggered happy viewers, yes. I mean... That's pretty much all I do as well whenever I get Grand Champ, right? People are just mad all over the world because they're like, how can Johnny get Grand Champ? He sucks so much. He's so bad. How does he get Grand Champ? He doesn't even know how to ceiling shot. Octane is Bay. Thanks to the tier 1, man. I really appreciate it. Your friend's rank is rank 1 in 1s, 2s, and 3s. Get him on. I wonder who that could be. Who is it? Okay, Khaled. Well, he's actually 2 now because Sosa's ahead of him, but yeah. Pretty good player. Khaled, who's playing with the dot right now. Pretty good player, if you ask me. I wonder if he's RLCS quality. That is a question.
Bring back Super Champ lol.
TJL, thanks for the 2-month tier 1. Really appreciate it. I've got you at the top of the list, TJL 36, for the next tier 3 sub. Tyler with the little upward arrow thing on Discord. Don't change your name. I'll find you. Is there a line for tier 3 reviews? Yeah, so right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 people who have sent me replays. There's 15 people currently in the queue who have sent me replays. Ward up. Of those 15, you are number 12. Trying to get through a couple every stream, so you can do the math and figure out how many streams till I can get a brand new person. Yeah. Well, the kickoff problem. I mean, there's 2 very short ones if you just hang about for a second. Number 1, you're losing kickoffs because you're hitting the ball from this angle instead of from this angle. Like, you got to jump up to hit the ball, like, in the middle of the ball, right? Don't drive into it on the bottom or else it's just going to go over your head. But the other one is, don't land, like, this close to the ball. Like, you're flipping too late, so you're landing, like, really close to the ball, and that's giving you very little room to maneuver. Flip earlier so that you have some space between your landing and reaching the ball, to actually like decide, okay, do I want to get on this side of the ball and hit it that way? Do I want to go on like this side of the ball and hit it this way? Like, those would be my 2 pieces of advice. If you're trying to win the kickoff, make sure that you actually jump up and hit the middle of the ball vertically. And secondly, don't flip so late that you have no moment to react. Like, you're just landing right here next to the ball and you have no time, no space to react. Try and flip earlier so you have some space to be like, okay, which way am I going to hit it? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the kickoff solution for you. Tell you why wave dash kickoff sucks. It just it uses more boost for the exact same thing. And it isn't faster, so it doesn't do anything. Like, the only way that a wave dash kickoff can get you like moving is by boosting a lot. And you have to boost like up into the air and then down again, and then like I don't know. It just wastes a lot of boost. Yeah, you can submit a different replay. So if you sent a replay and then it takes like, weeks, or I think right now the queue can sometimes be up to a month because I was doing so much casting for various events that I couldn't stream as many replay reviews as I wanted to. But yeah, anytime if you want to update your replay, just send me a new replay and I won't put you down the queue, I'll just keep you where you are, but when I actually get around to doing the review, I'll do the most recent replay. That's it. Fruity always uses the wave dash kickoff in 2s. Yeah, I'm sure he just enjoys wave dashing and he thinks it's a fun kickoff to do. But it doesn't give you any advantage whatsoever, so I wouldn't recommend it. Just wastes boost. Yeah, it's great, CBK. It's great. Send me the new one. How many do you have for it? I think you have 9. Yep, you have 9. Are you soon? Proxus, how you doing, man? Wait, have you? Yeah, you have sent me a replay. Okay, yeah, you are actually 1, 2. You're 3rd. So if I don't, I think I'm probably gonna do 2 every stream. So might get you in a couple of days actually if you're around. Number 3. I do get used to boosting while flipping. I don't know. You just gotta do it more. Not sure what it is about boosting and flipping that you're confused by. If you're playing controller and you're using default controls, it's quite hard to press both the buttons at the same time. You could try changing your controls. Don't know if that's the issue.